Still many persons have not joined. At least 20 persons have not joined. See, end of the day, you will be the losers. Okay, that's what I'm telling. Okay, so the previous class we discussed about the tree traversal. Once I will revise that one so that we can go to the next topic. Okay. So these are very very important topics. That's why I'm revising once again. So what are the three types of traversals? In order, pre-order, and post-order. In order means how I will visit the nodes. First, I will visit the left node, and next parent or root node. Next right child or right subtree. Okay. If the tree is very large, then first left subtree, next root or parent node, next right subtree. So in the left subtree and the right subtree also, I will implement the same in order traversal. So in the left subtree also, I will implement the same in order traversal. That is left, what we call left child, root node, and right child. So in this way, I will do that. So pre-order means pre. That means the root node or parent node will be visited before all the nodes. Pre-node, that will preponement of examination means what? The examinations will happen before. So the tree traversal you can see here again. I will share here. So tree in order, pre-order, post-order. In order means in means what? Between the left and right, the root node or parent node will be visited. So first left node, in between next is the root or parent node, next one is right node. In the same way, pre-order, first root node, next left node, next right node. Post order, first left node, next right node, next root or parent node. Okay. That's, okay. So you can see in order, pre-order, and post order. Okay. So if the tree is very large, then what I will do, I will first in order, what I will do, I will visit the left subtree, next root or parent node, and next right subtree. In the left subtree, again what I will do, I will implement the same in order algorithm. That is left child, root, and right child. So in the pre-order also, same thing. First root or parent node, next left subtree, next right subtree. Post order, that's also the same thing. Post means postponement of exam. That means what? The exams will be done after the schedule. So in the same way, post order means the main root node or parent node will be visited after visiting of all the nodes. So left subtree, left child or left subtree, right child or right subtree. Next, the parent node. In the left subtree and right subtree also the same post order algorithm will be implemented. So that we have discussed. Okay, that we have discussed. And the recursive algorithm we have discussed, and the recursive program also we discussed. So recursive programs are very useful when we want to write the code in minimum lines. So what do you mean by recursive program? Calling a program within the function. Calling a function within the same function is nothing but recursion. So by using recursion, I have written pre-order, post-order, and in-order tree traversals. So traversal means traveling and visiting the nodes. Okay. You can see that is the thing we have discussed earlier. Now the next topic is what we are discussing is threaded binary tree. Okay, so what is it? So, 1 minute. So you can see here. A threaded binary tree is a binary tree variant that facilitates traveling in a particular order. So we'll leave it that one. Now we can see. A binary, see the definition here, main definition. A binary tree is threaded by making all the right child pointers that would normally be null point to the in-order successor of the node, and all the left pointers that would normally be null pointer to the in-order predecessor of the node. So that's the thing. That's the thing you have to understand. You can see. So you can see here. You can see the diagram. See, in general, if we take this diagram, if you take the node E, for example, if you take the node E, in node E, the left and right, if we consider as a what we call 1 minute, whatever, I will draw the diagram so that you can understand easily. One minute. So you can see the thing. So in general, if you take the leaf node E, for example, if you take the leaf node E, what you will see, this, for example, we are considering generally, we take into consideration that all the binary trees, threaded binary trees are implemented by using double linked list. So in the leaf node of the double linked list, what will be the values? Left pointer will be null and right pointer will be null because these are the leaf nodes. If it is not like that, for example, if it is D, For example, if in place of E it is D, then what will be the things what things will be there in the left of D, in the left pointer address pointer of D, what will be the address will be there? Address of C will be there. In the right address pointer of D, what will be there? Address of E will be there. But for all the leaf nodes, if you take A, C, E, H, in the diagram, you can see the things. A, C, D, E are the leaf nodes. For every leaf node, what will be the values of left and right pointer address pointers? Null will be there. This is the general binary tree. In any tree, this is the implementation. Now, I will change this thing to make it as a threaded binary tree. So what he is telling, a binary tree is threaded by making all the right child pointers. So right child pointers is if you take the leaf node, if the right child pointer is this one. So what I will do, pointer that would normally be null point to the in order successor. So what I will do, I will keep the address of the in order successor in this right pointer address, and at the same time the left pointers that would normally be null point to the in order predecessor. So predecessor, that is if you take the in order before E, what is the node I am visiting, though that address will be kept in the left address point. Successor means what? After E, which node I am what we call I am visiting, that node address will be stored in right address pointer. So you can see here. So you can see here. For example, what will be the, for example, don't consider these dotted lines. These dotted lines are the threaded binary tree lines. For some time, omit this dotted lines. If you see the diagram, omit the dotted lines. So now we can see here. So if you consider this binary tree, what will be the in order traversal? See, first this 1 minute I will show you. First this left subtree. Okay. Next this root 1. Next this right subtree. So the root node is in between left and right subtrees. So again in this left subtree, what I will be visiting, B is the root. Consider B is the root node. First I will visit A, because A is the left subchild, left child. First A, next B, and again right subtree. Right subtree is DCE. In DCE, I will implement again in order. So what will be there? C, D, E will be there. So you can see here. The in order traversal is A. See here. So you can see here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So first we will see. First A, B, next in the subtree, again C, D, E, next F. Now come to the right subtree. First we visited the left subtree, next root F, next right subtree. So if you take the right subtree, what are the things there will be? G, H, I, H. So again for F, right, this is the what we call this whole thing is the right subtree. So in the right subtree, again consider G as the root node. So then what will be the in order? Left root node and right subtree. What is the right subtree? H and I are the right subtree. So left node is no left node is there. So No left node is there, so I will not visit that one. So next, what will happen? Root node is G, so I will visit G, and again I will visit the right subtree. In right subtree, again, what is the left subtree? Left node H. H is visited first. Next, the root node I is visited next. So this is the in order traversal. So you can see here, 1 minute. This is the in order. So mainly one thing, for every, if there are only 3 nodes in the subtree, it is very easy. In order means left child, parent, and right child. But if it is a big branch of a tree, big tree, then what I have to do? At the root node only, I should divide what is the left subtree and what is the right subtree. And again left subtree, I should divide into further left subtree and right subtree. So in this recursive form, I should, what we call, divide the whole tree into parts. So you can see. So now see, coming to our point. So first, see. So what is the order here? A, C, D, E, H, I. So what is the order? 1 minute. A in order is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. You can see here. In order is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Now, what I will do to make it as a binary tree is, so first consider the leaf nodes. What are the leaf nodes here? A, C, E, H. A, so you can see here 1 minute. A, C, E, H. So the tick marks represent the leaf nodes. Now what he is telling, in the point, in the left null pointer and right null pointer of the leaf nodes, instead of keeping the null value, what I will do, I will keep the predecessor, and in the right node I will keep the successor in the in order traversal. The address of the in left what we call pointer, in the left address pointer, what I will keep? The address of the predecessor node. In the right subpart, in the right address point, what I will keep? Address of the successor node. I will keep the address of the successor node. So that's the thing. So now we will see the example. See here. For example, consider A. If it is A, for example, 1 minute. So now see the things. First, consider so first consider A. So first consider A. So now, what is the address? In general, what will be there? In general binary tree, left null will be there, right null will be there. Now, what for making is a threaded binary, what I will do, write the address of A. So before if there is any element before A, that address I will keep. But here you can see 1 minute. Before A, is there any node? No node is there. So what I will do, I will keep the same value, null. So you can see that. Now see. In the right pointer, address pointer, what I will keep? The successor of A in an in-order traversal. What is the successor of A? B is the address. Address of B is the successor of A. You got B. So you can see. So you can see here. So for A, instead of two nulls, first null we should keep address of the predecessor in the in order. Is there any predecessor before A? Predecessor means what? The first one node visited before A. There is no node visited before A. So I will keep the left null as the left pointer. After B, what I will keep? The successor of B. Successor of B. The successor of A. Successor or address of the successor of A in the right address pointer. So you can see here address of B. So it is nothing but address of B. I will keep in the right pointer. So you can see. So that's the. Now consider the next one. C, consider the next one. For example, consider the next one. In general, what will be the, because it is a leaf node, both left and right will be both null pointers. In general, what will happen? Left and right will be null pointers. But now to make it as a threaded binary tree, what I have to do? In the left address part of C, I should write the address of the successor in the in-order traversal. If we take the in-order traversal, if you take the C node, before C, which is visited? B is visited. So what I will write here? The address of B I will write. Address of B. Address of B, I will write into the left address pointer. Okay. Next one is what is the what I will write in the right address pointer? I will write the predecessor of the node C. So you can see the definition. All the left childs that would be normally be null pointed to the in-order predecessor, and to the right child pointers that would normally be null to the in-order successor. So after successor means what? The node which is visited of the present node. The present node is C. Which node will be visited after C? D will be visited after C. So what I will do here? Address of D. So in this way, I will make the node C as a threaded node, and I will make it as a threaded binary tree. Now again, see, 1 minute. So now the next leaf node is E. So the next leaf node is E. So in the E left part, what I will write? The predecessor of E. That predecessor of E means what? The node which is visited before E. The node which is visited with before E is, you can see the in order nodes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So before E, what I am visiting? D I am visiting. So what I will write here? Address of D I will write. So after E, you can see here. After E, you can see here. Now in the left right sub part, what right address pointer, what I will write? Address of the successor of node of E. So you can see the in order traversal. After E, who is the successor? F is the successor. After E, who is the thing? F is the successor. So you can write the address of F. Okay. Address of F. So D and F. So if you take the leaf node E, who is the predecessor? D. So the address of D I have written in the left address pointer. Who is the successor? F is the successor. So I have write the address of F in the right address part. So you can see. Okay. Now consider the H. The next leaf is H. So B, who is the predecessor of H? G. So I will write the address of G in the left address part of H. And now who is the successor of H? I is the successor of H. So what I will write? Address of I will write in the right hand side of the that is right address point of the what we call of the leaf node H. So you can see address of G, address of I for the node H. Instead of null values, because H is a leaf node, instead of null values, what I am doing? I am writing the address of predecessor and successor. So who is predecessor of H? G is the predecessor. So I have kept on the address of that node G, I have kept on the left side. Who is the successor of H? I is the successor of H. So where I have written? In the right address point I have written. That's it. So you can see here. So that's the thing. So in this way, I will make the general binary tree, binary search tree into a threaded binary tree. So you can see a binary tree is threaded by making, you can see the definition. A binary tree is threaded by making all right child pointers that would normally be null point to the in-order successor of the node, and all the left child pointers that would normally be null pointer to the in-order predecessor of the node. So that is the thing. So now you can see here. So the dotted lines are nothing but the threads that we incorporated. So you can see here. A is a leaf node. So who is the predecessor of A? If you take the in-order traversal, nobody is there. So there is no thread. Who is the successor of A? B is the successor of A. So I kept a dotted line. You can see here. I kept a dotted line. Okay. So I kept a dotted line. In the same way, if you take the node C, if you take the node C, you take the node C. So this is the in order. Now take the node C. One minute. Node A, C, E, H. So these are the leaf nodes. So if you take C, well, who is the predecessor? B is the predecessor. Who is the successor? D is the successor. So you can see here. C, take the leaf node C. Now a dotted line to the left, you can see to the node B. So B is the predecessor. So the dotted line is nothing but the address link that was stored in the left address point of C. In the right address point of C, what I will be what I will be storing? Address of D. So you can see D here. D is nothing but the D is the successor of C. So I kept the address of D in C. That is nothing but represented by the dotted line. In general, this arrow mark means what? The address part is stored, something like that. Here also we are storing the address part, but it came into existence next to the binary tree that was created. That's why it was kept as dotted. So its arrow means it's nothing but a pointer. So the pointer address of D is stored in the right address part of C. So now if you take the node E. So who is the successor? Who is the predecessor? D. Who is the successor? F. So if you take E, so who is the predecessor? D. So dotted line you can see here, D. Who is the successor? F. So you can see the dotted line to F. You can see it here. In the same way, if we take H, the leaf node H. If you take the in-order traversal, who is the predecessor? G is the predecessor. Who is the successor? I is the successor. So you can see for the predecessor, a dotted line is there. Who is the successor? Also a dotted line is there. I. So A, B, C, D, E, F. The tick marks are nothing but the leaf nodes. For leaf nodes only, I will change the address part, the left and right null, the right and left pointed address points I will be making. I will be changing. That's the threaded binary tree. So that's the thing. So that is nothing but the threaded binary tree. So you can see the thing in computing, a threaded binary tree is a binary tree that facilitates traversal in a particular order, often the same order already defined to the tree. An entire binary tree can be easily traversed in order of the main key, but given only a pointer to a node, finding the node which comes next may be slow or impossible. For example, leaf nodes by definition have no descendants. So no other node can be reached given only a pointer to the leaf node. Of course, that includes the desired next node. A threaded tree adds the extra information in some or all nodes so that the next node can be found quickly. It can also be traversed without recursion and extra storage. So that's the thing. Why we are implementing the threaded binary tree? See, while traversing, if we say if while traveling F, G, A, D, H, for example, I reached the leaf node A. So from A, I can't move further easily. I can't move further easily because the left and right address points are null. So I have to store the address of B and somewhere else and I have to come back to the address B, and again I have to visit D. So, and again D, I will be visiting C and E. First, if I visit C, I should see that the C left and right pointers are always null. So I will stop here. So again, to visit the next node, what I should do? I should store the value of D and B. Then only I can visit the address of the next node. I can see that. So for this thing, if I consider these dotted lines, that is, if I make, instead of null pointers in the left and right address pointers of the child, if I make them as the addresses of predecessor and successor in the order of traversal, then there is no need to store some nodes to make the traversal, and it will be easy to visit the nodes. If in the tree traversal, if I at some point, if I am visiting the leaf node, to visit the next node, I should do some homework, that is storing the previous node values, address values, like that I have to do, and I should be doing some homework. But if this threaded binary tree is implemented, then it will be easy to traverse in order, because there will be no null values in the address pointers of the leaf nodes. If I visit a leaf node, there only the address of the next node which I will be visiting will be there. So automatically I will be going to that address. There is no need to search or come back to the parent node and again going to the right child or like that. So that's the use of threaded binary tree. One word, the traversal will become simpler, will be made easier. That's why a threaded binary tree came into existence from the binary tree. You can see. Okay, so today I think most of the time is over. So tomorrow we will be starting a complete binary. What do you mean by complete binary tree? And we will be also discussing the heap, the concept of heap. In a heap, we will be having max heap and min heap. So all these are the things which we are discussing. That is traversal, this threaded binary tree, heap. Next, we will be having binary search tree. All these are related to binary trees only. So in the whole subject of trees, the main thing which we'll be concentrating is binary tree. So what you have to do is practice. So I think one, 2 to 3 persons have called me. 1 minute. Only 2 or 3 persons have called me. I have seen some enthusiasm on some 4 to 5 persons only. They how to do, sir, how to get the understanding very well, like that they have called me. But others, there are nobody is responding, and end of the day you have to do the practice. There are many websites in which you can write the code and execute there, and you can have the output. There is no need to install the C compiler or any other compilers. You can directly search in the Google, C online C compiler. You will get a C compiler. There you can write the code. There only you can execute. There only you can get the output. These pointers and linked list you have to practice very more, very much. That is, you have to practice very much, so that otherwise you will not be able to understand, and you will not be able to write the theory exam as well lab exam, and then the next year you will not be able to practice the campus drive problems. So you should be very familiar with CNDS and Python. Python already some coding classes are going on. So you practice the programs that you are told by them. Other than that, you have to practice these programs which I am sharing. I have already shared 1 to 3 units. In 1 to 3 units, many algorithms, many programs are there. Try to practice them. Okay. So today I will end the session, because if I start the next topic as a heap, it will be at in 5 to 10 minutes. I have to stop the class, but it is a huge topic. It will take 1 or 2 days, 2 classes. So I will complete in the next class. So thank you. Today I will be ending the session.